There's just as much wisdom as there is foolishness in the world. We live in a time where we can either grow in foolishness or wisdom. Choose to get as much wisdom as you can because being foolish will leave you broke, broken, and beaten down. What's up, Black Man? I'm Jamal Calpin, and welcome to the Beneficial Black Man channel, where we focus on overcoming gray mediocrity to become beneficial for our community by discussing faith, creativity, personal development, and mental and emotional health management. When I was younger, like elementary school age, my dad always strongly encouraged me to read the Bible, but to not only read the Bible, but to read specifically the books Proverbs and Ecclesiastes. And even though I thought both books were really cool, it took a long time, I would say, for the weight of both of those books to really kick in. And more importantly, Proverbs. Because I mean, Proverbs and Ecclesiastes, they're kind of similar. They're both written by Solomon, King Solomon, if I'm not mistaken, and they both serve as direction and guidance to help people to live their best lives, to glorify God, and to be their most beneficial selves, right? But Proverbs, in comparison to Ecclesiastes, is very simple. You know, it can be bite-sized things. It's 31 proverbs, so you can read a proverb a day, and it's usually just little nuggets for you to think about, to meditate on, to question, and to learn from, you know, so that you can grow in wisdom. And from reading Proverbs and studying Proverbs for many years now, it's helped me to learn things about people and to watch other people and to learn things from people without having to go through a lot of different experiences. You know, something else my dad always encouraged me to do was just to people watch. Because you can learn a lot from just listening. You can learn a lot from just watching other people. And there's a lot of wisdom to be gained from the experience and the life of other people. And that's kind of the benefit and beauty of the book of Proverbs. And with pursuing wisdom in general, you can improve your life greatly by just listening and applying and receiving wisdom in your life. And for example, in the book of Proverbs, there are a couple of verses that stand out to me that have been helpful for me. Like, for example, Proverbs chapter 4, verse 23, it says, "Keep your heart with all vigilance, for from it flow the springs of life." In the King James, it says, like, the issues of life. And the whole idea is that you guard your heart. You pay attention to your heart, your emotions, your thoughts, your soul, really. You pay attention to it with vigilance. You're vigilant about what's going in, what's coming out. Because from this, from your soul, from your emotions, your thoughts, all of these things, come the different things that you experience in your life. You know, that's deep for, you know, an elementary school kid to read. But the more you read it and it sets into you, you start to realize that, oh yeah, I need to pay attention to my feelings. I need to pay attention to my thoughts. I need to pay attention to what's going in and what's coming out. Another proverb that really I hold on to and that really blesses me is Proverbs chapter 30, the whole chapter. But I'm going to focus on verses 7, 8, and 9. It says, "Two things I ask of you." And the writer of this Proverbs is, you know, praying to the Most High. "Two things I ask of you. Deny them not to me before I die. Remove far from me falsehood and lying. Give me neither poverty nor riches. Feed me with the food that is needful for me, lest I be full and deny you and say, 'Who is the Lord?' Or lest I be poor and steal and profane the name of my God." Even that, hey there, even that is helpful for me because it helps me have the right framework and the right perspective on how to live and how to look at the world and to have the right expectations. It encouraged me and gave me guidance on, like, okay, well, yeah, I want to be wealthy, but, you know, I also don't want to be broke. I don't want to be poor. And it helped me to have a better perspective on what I should be striving for in life. You know, again, just wisdom readily available in the scriptures. And last, I would say, another proverb scripture that has really blessed me is Proverbs chapter 4, verses 5 through 10, reads, "Get wisdom, get insight. Do not forget and do not turn away from the words of my mouth. Do not forsake her, wisdom, and she will keep you. Love her, and she will guard you." The beginning of wisdom is this: get wisdom, and whatever you get insight. And the King James says, wisdom is the principal thing. Therefore, in all thy getting, get understanding. Verse 8, prize her highly, wisdom, and she will exalt you. She will honor you if you embrace her. She will place on your head a graceful garland or a crown. She will bestow on you a beautiful crown. Hear, my son, and accept my words, that the years of your life may be many. So in the beginning, I mentioned that if you don't seek wisdom, you can put yourself in a position where you're broke, where you're broken, and where you're beat down. And what I've learned is just by watching and learning from other people and gaining wisdom from people older than you, even if it's people that are your peers that have gone through some things, and that you just listen to applicable knowledge, because that's all wisdom really is. It's knowledge applied. We have to seek that. We have to seek wisdom. And the beautiful thing is that wisdom is readily available for us more than any other time in the world. We have access to so much information, so much truth, so many things to help us become our best selves. But we have to choose to pursue wisdom, or we can end up falling into foolish things, consuming content and information that is just not helpful. It's a distraction. It's not helping us to become our best selves. And the thing is, and what I'm challenging you in your process and in your progress of becoming a beneficial man, pursue wisdom. Pursue wisdom. The beautiful thing about wisdom is that true wisdom can be applied almost everywhere, whether it's from nature, from art, from business, from science, the good and beneficial stuff, good wisdom, stuff that comes from above. And what I mean by that comes from above, I mean, I think anything that's actually blessing you and helping you to grow comes from the Most High. Even if it's the simplest wisdom, like, oh, it's cloudy outside, maybe you should bring an umbrella. I think that's beneficial information. The world is full of knowledge and wisdom, but I think it's important that we use the framework of becoming beneficial as a guide to determine what's best for us. We have to ask the question, is it helping us to become our best self? Is it helping us to make or do something for glory and for good? If not, we might need to reconsider. Because the thing is, wisdom is applied knowledge. But the thing is, we can apply the wrong knowledge. We have to make an effort to question the knowledge that we're getting, the information that we're getting. Because some people, yeah, they have learned from some experiences. They've, gained some knowledge, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's the right knowledge. For example, some people have learned, financially speaking, to only get paid in cash so they don't have to write things off on their taxes, or they don't have to, bring it up in their taxes. Sure, that may be, some information or some knowledge or some wisdom, but is it really beneficial? Or is it kind of just a form of cheating and stealing? I mean, that can be up to you to judge, but we have to question that. We have to really look into that and really wonder, is this wisdom actually beneficial for me? Is it really helping me? And again, like I mentioned, wisdom is everywhere. And again, in the book of Proverbs, pull that back up. Proverbs chapter 8 starts off like this. Does not wisdom call? Does not understanding raise her voice? On the heights beside the way, at the crossroads she takes her stand. Beside the gates in front of the town, at the entrance of the portals she cries aloud. To you, O men, I call, and my cry is to the children of men. It's men and women. O simple ones, learn prudence. O fools, learn sense. Hear, for I will speak noble things, and from my lips will come what is right. For my mouth will utter truth. Wickedness is an abomination to my lips. And so, again, wisdom is everywhere. And wisdom, this idea, the way that is depicted in Scripture, is wisdom as a woman that is readily available and readily willing to share truth, to share things and information that is going to be beneficial. But we have to be willing to listen. We have to be willing to heed to it, to apply it in our own lives. Because if we don't, we will position ourselves and put ourselves in a position where we are broke, and that can be financially, broken, that can be emotionally, mentally, and just beat down. Because again, there's a lot of things that we can benefit from in our life by not having to experience it, only if we just choose to listen. Again, if you're an entrepreneur or you're trying to be an entrepreneur, there's a lot that you can learn from people who are older than you or people who have been in business or entrepreneurs longer. Same thing if you're in a relationship. If you see a couple or a man who's been in a marriage longer than you have, and he's in a happy marriage, that he's well, his wife is happy, everything is, good. Ask questions. That wisdom is there readily available for you. Even if you're a content creator, there's so many people who are sharing their information and their knowledge and their wisdom from being YouTube creators or Instagram creators or whatever it is. There's wisdom out there, but we just have to ask for it. And I want to strongly encourage us as men striving to become beneficial. We need to seek wisdom. We need to seek wisdom and turn away from foolishness. Because again, there's a lot of foolishness out there. And foolishness is really just things that are distracting and not beneficial and not helping us to become our best selves, not helping us to live for glory and for good, and ultimately not helping us better our community. We got to cut that stuff out. We got to get rid of the foolishness in our life. It's time for us to seek wisdom and to pursue it. And a couple of ways that I would encourage us to do that is, first, study how to think better. Look into how to think better. And one way that I would encourage you to do that is by checking out, I'm going to pull this up. Checking out this YouTube channel by Myron Golden. A lot of his stuff talks about business, but there's a lot of wisdom here that he shares on his channel that is beneficial and that can be applied to everyday life. So I would recommend that you go check out his channel so that you can learn how to think better about yourself, about business, about the world around you. And there are, again, a lot of other resources and personal development tools and thought leaders out there that can help you to think better. Next thing that we should do is study how to navigate our feelings and emotions better. Again, a whole big part of this channel is managing our mental and emotional health. And so another YouTube channel that I would recommend is, if you haven't seen it already, is Psych2Go. It is, I think it's cute. It's a cute little channel that shares a lot of helpful information in short videos and nuggets about mental health, about emotional intelligence. I recommend that you check it out. They have tons of different things. Like this one video, 6 signs you're depressed, not lazy. Things to help you learn more about yourself. They give advice and tips and resources to how to better manage your mental health and your emotional health. And that's things that are important for us as we're becoming beneficial men. Another channel that I would recommend is Professor Odie Presents The Antidote. Here, Professor Odie, a fellow black man, that talks about emotional intelligence, about mental health, about personal development. I recommend that you check out his channel. He's got a lot of videos and a lot of lives covering a variety of different topics, things that can be helpful for us as black men. Along with studying how to think better, studying how to navigate your feelings and emotions better, I'd also recommend that I challenge you to study how to be a better you overall. And a resource that I would recommend for that is checking out pretty much anything from Dr. Miles Monroe. And again, these are just some examples. there are a lot of other resources. There are a lot of other tools out there, lots of books, lots of things. Again, wisdom is plentiful and it's easier to access it more than ever before. But yeah, I would recommend Dr. Miles Monroe, or his YouTube channel now is run by his family since he passed away some years ago. But Monroe Global, and he has a lot of resources, a lot of talks, a lot of motivational information, a lot of wisdom that can benefit you as you continue to grow and become a beneficial man. Again, I want to encourage us. I'm encouraging myself and I'm encouraging you. Pursue wisdom. Seek wisdom. Do your best to avoid the foolishness that is constantly in the world. Because there's a lot of stuff that's just a distraction. There's a lot of information, there's a lot of knowledge, and there's a lot of talking out there that's actually not helping you to become beneficial. It's not actually helping you solve your problems. It's not actually helping us solve the problems of our community. We have to choose wisdom. Pursue wisdom and seek it. Things that are actually be beneficial, things that are pure, things that are uplifting, things that are beneficial. And study how to think better. Study how to navigate your feelings and emotions better. And study how to be a better you. If you like this video and this content, please be sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and share this video with someone who you think it might benefit. Also, I would encourage you to check out the video I did entitled Entertainment versus Creativity to help reframe your mindset. Black man, you're called for more than mediocre living. You're here for a purpose, to live for glory and for the good of others. Let's do the work and keep choosing to become beneficial for our community. Protect your mental. Make time for an emotional release valve and keep striving to become beneficial. I believe in you, black man. Go make something for yourself, of yourself, and for glory and for good. Peace.